Welcome to the game. I'm Cookie, and I can't wait to find out if you're better liars than all of my exes. Oh, 2 players it is. It won't be weird if I call you Mom and Dad, will it? Good. Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for fooling your opponent with your lie, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category. Well, we ain't waiting forever. Okay, here's your first question. A science student in Nepal has created an innovative solar panel that is far cheaper to make than a traditional solar panel because it's made with blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool your opponent into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Okay, what did everyone pick? Well, don't you feel foolish. And nobody fell for this one. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 1518, hundreds of people in Strasbourg became afflicted with a bizarre condition that rendered them unable to stop blank. Type in your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. Well, you guys blew it. And the rest of the board goes unselected. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Budget hotel chain Travelodge reported that between 2006 and 2007, about 95% of sleepwalkers found in their hotels were blank men. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. And that means... This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting! Select a category. Okay, here's the question. The city of Olney, Illinois organizes an annual event in order to blank squirrels. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? It's important to count those who cannot count themselves. And that means some of these didn't get picked. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. PETA has asked officials in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania to replace Punxsutawney Phil, the Groundhog Day groundhog, with blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. According to a 2010 study, one child in the U.S. was injured every 46 minutes by a blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, who picked what? And look what we have here. And that means this lie didn't get picked. Final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Here's your final fibbage question. Under the Marine Corps Uniform Regulation Code, MCO P1020.34F, a male Marine is not allowed to carry this while in uniform. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. Let's see what everybody selected. They're only allowed to carry its manlier alternative, the parasol. And we're done. I'm your host, Cookie, and spoiler alert, this game is going to be amazing. Only two of you, huh? I haven't seen this many people since my homeschool graduation. Let's do this. This is round one, and that means you get 500 points for fooling your opponent with your made-up answer, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. Country singer Trace Adkins went into rehab after fighting a blank while on a Jamaican cruise. Type in your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. The police interview went like this. What did the assailant look like? Me! Exactly like me! And nobody picked the other lies up there. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A man in Watertown, New York, claims to have been happily married for over 25 years to his wife Tegan, who is strangely a blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, what did everyone pick? I think it's admirable that he stayed with her after her accident. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. During the 1990s, teachers in North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, let's take a look. Even in the classroom, North Koreans are pro-torture. And that means some of these didn't get picked. Now it's round two, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A Swedish man who works as a dishwasher receives disability benefits due to his unusual addiction to blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, who picked what? that means. All right, pick a category. It's not hard. You know what? We'll just stick with this one. Okay, here's the question. A man from Enniskillen, Northern Ireland, was sentenced to 3 months in prison for a fire he started while trying to turn blank into gold. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, let's see what everybody picked. Well, you guys blew it. Yet nobody has ever arrested Rob Schneider. Hey-o! And we're done. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Bill Bennett made news in 2004 when he was able to sell just a single ordinary blank on eBay. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And the rest of the board goes unselected. For the final fibbage. Just one final question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Name of the experimental grilled pineapple sandwich from McDonald's that lost out in a sales contest to the Filet-O-Fish. Type in your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, who picked what? And we're done. Hi, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, or as I was known in high school, The Streak. 2 players it is, and here I am yapping. Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for fooling your opponent with your lie, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. In 1726, a British woman named Mary Toft convinced doctors that she had given birth to blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. A Rhode Island middle school discovered that some students were crushing Smarties candy and then snorting the dust. So they sent an email to parents warning that a side effect of this activity could be blank in their kids' noses. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Moviegoers who use their cell phones at the Prince Charles Cinema in London are escorted out by people dressed as blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? Well, don't you feel foolish? And that means some of these didn't get picked. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting! Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Blair Tolman wrote a self-help book called Blank for Under $1, 301 Ideas. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. Let's see what everybody selected. Well, you guys blew it. Disclaimer, all of them will be first dates. And we're done. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. According to a Chinese myth, if a vampire comes across a sack of rice, he must blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And look what we have here. And if they come across Anne Rice, they have to thank her for making them popular. And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. It's time for a celebrity tweet. 4:32 p.m., the 22nd of May, 2012. At Lindsay Lohan tweeted, "Blank is the best medicine." Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. Well, you guys blew it. Which explains why she's been so ill. And that means this lie didn't get picked. This is the final fibbage. One question left for all the marbles, and everything is worth triple. Good luck. Here's your final fibbage question. Former First Lady Barbara Bush wrote an official apology letter to this fictional character in 1990. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? The letter said, "I'm sorry I had a cow." And that means...
Salutations, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game, so find as many people to play as possible. Alright then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's play! You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Walt Disney World Resort is about the size of San Francisco. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. An episode of America's Most Wanted profiled the Hamburglar to promote the big and tasty. John Wayne opened a center for dolphin rehabilitation. The Greeks invented diarrhea. North Korea has its own Olympics. Atari started out as a manufacturer of lawnmowers. Paul Newman took out a full-page newspaper ad to apologize for a movie. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Kiwis used to be called melonets. A cow holds the Guinness World Record for longest continuous fart. Thomas Edison collected doll heads. The North Pole is owned by Russia. Wow. 21 people were killed in a molasses flood in Boston in 1919. There are more Bengal tigers in captivity in Cincinnati than in the wild in Bangladesh. In Germany, you need a license to own a hamster. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is real Disney cartoons. Try to figure out which of these were real Disney cartoons and which are lies we just made up. Goofy tries to quit smoking. Mickey Mouse is arrested for not paying taxes. Minnie Mouse files for divorce. Pluto gets rabies. Chip and Dale become beatniks. The 7 dwarves fight malaria. Donald Duck has a nightmare that he's a Nazi. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. New Zealand's national football team is called the All Whites. Hunter S. Thompson nearly drowned Bill Murray. Humans and beavers are the only animals that produce earwax. Hockey was originally called Jesus Sticks because players walked on water. The Earth Liberation Front raised $200,000 to metaphorically bail the Earth out of jail. Because of structural damage, phones set to vibrate are not allowed in the Coliseum. Cinderella's castle at Disney World has burned down twice due to lightning strikes. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. The one Outback Steakhouse in Australia has been burned down 5 times. The country of Georgia has a city named Atlanta. The inventor of the pinball machine was Roger Pinball. In zero gravity, astronauts require toilets to suck the poop out of them. The Queen's hats are made by a blind person. Nostradamus bragged about his jam recipes. Saddam Hussein's middle name is Barack. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is middle names. Check out these facts about middle names, but watch out, some of them are lies. Marge Simpson's middle name is Frankenstein. Bill Cosby's middle names are Rudy, Vanessa, Theo, and Denise. Sir Elton John's middle name is Hercules. Barbie's middle name is Millicent. Charlie Brown's middle name is Wemblingford. Winston Churchill's middle name was Adolf. Mr. Rogers' middle name was McFeely. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. The Royal New Zealand Air Force's logo features a flightless bird. Henry Ford never learned how to drive. A state prison in Nevada had a casino for its inmates for over 30 years. Thomas Edison used his earwax as an adhesive for envelopes. Shat conducted the Boston Pops Orchestra in a rendition of We Are the Champions. Giraffes can lick their own genitals. The character Willie the Groundskeeper was made an honorary citizen of Scotland. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. Matthew Perry owns a casino in China. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping in water so they don't drift away. Gina Davis was questioned during the O.J. trial. Utah nearly passed a bill banning the name Prancer from schools. Charlie Brown was voiced by a young Chevy Chase in A Charlie Brown Christmas. Oprah refuses to leave her house on non-holiday Sundays. PETA asked the Pet Shop Boys to change their name to Rescue Shelter Boys. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is inventions. These facts are all about inventions. Find the truths and the lies. The parachute was invented before the airplane. The traffic light was invented before the car. Jacques Cousteau was born before the submarine was invented. The toaster was invented before toast. Smoke detectors were invented before fire. The electric guitar was invented before the acoustic guitar. The bottle cap was invented before soda pop. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Bill Clinton appointed his cat's socks the honorary secretary of napping. Orson Welles got paid entirely in vodka during his last film. Public restrooms in Japan have toilet cats to keep people company. Sand tiger shark babies eat each other in the womb. Box jellyfish have no brains, but 24 eyes. The Starbucks mascot is named Ariel the Mermaid. The telescope was invented by Arturo Telescopi in 1546. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round one. Here are your new fact categories. eBay prohibits the sale of prayers. An Australian Prime Minister was never found after he disappeared while swimming in 1967. Alaska has only 3 in-state radio stations, 1 AM and 2 FM. The Dalai Lama follows Katy Perry on Twitter. Bats are 10 times more likely to be found under a bed than in an attic. Cleopatra slept on a bed of nails every night. Spider is the most common nickname among Hell's Angels members. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Harlem Globetrotters. Are these the names of real Harlem Globetrotters members, or did we make them up? John Hot Plate Williams. Darnell Loose Bridges Hershey. Archibald Balderdash Cumberbeard. Sharavjam Shark Sarinjakar. Pope John Paul II. Hank Michael Jordan Perry. Stevie Blood Pudding Reynolds. Let's see the final scores.
game activation is live. Okay, we're on.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? I can't hear myself. I don't think it's working.
If I could have everybody who thinks they're doing a good job just do better because you're not, okay?
You guys think I'm being this.
No, I don't think it works. It's not projecting right.
Cue the oboe.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I am the face of the multi-billion-dollar industry that is humorous trivia. It's funny, if I squint my eyes, it looks like I'm watching a presidential debate. There's your hardware. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The Alliance of Mole People for a Better America. Look, mole Americans hate terrorism and love freedom just as much as human Americans. Trust us, we're not up to anything.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. And we're off.
Get ready, time for question. One.
To get started, Candy Crushed. I can't stop playing Candy Crush. It's like heroin. At first it was great, but now I hate it and it's ruining my life. If Candy Crush really is like heroin, what should I play to wean myself off of it? Barbitol Crush Saga, Methadone Crush Saga, Zoplicone Crush Saga, or Methamphetamine Crush Saga? Player 1, pick it up. Player 2. Oh, the humanity! Player 1. Methadone is used for, among other things, drug detox programs. Methadone isn't cheap, but it can't be more expensive than the $70,000 worth of app helpers I bought for Candy Crush. Thank God this game's free, otherwise can you imagine how much I would have spent by now?
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
And now, Motley Shoe. And let's step into a dis or dat. Player 2, you're in last place, so I choose you to play this dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a metal band from the 1980s and 90s, or a style of women's boots. If it's a metal band, press the square button. If it's a style of women's boots, press the circle button. Player 1. Select your answer before Player 2, because if you get it right and Player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. We good? Here we go. Gladiator. Firehouse. Bondage. Cinderella. Wedge. Keel. Winger. It wasn't as good as the Cinderella concert, but really, what is? I'm no expert, but the best thing about women's boots is they make my ass look great.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's a good one. So many disgusting ways to be American.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
You know the drill. If you get this one right, I'll send some extra cash your way. Put these movies in chronological order based on the time period they're set in, from earliest to latest. American Hustle, American Pie, American Psycho, Pie Psycho Hustle, Psycho Hustle Pie, Hustle Psycho Pie, or Pie Hustle Psycho. Players 1 and 2. American Hustle is set in the 70s, American Psycho is set in the 80s, and American Pie is set in the late 90s, early 2000s. That earned each of you an extra $1,000. The 70s, 90s, and 2000s. 3 different decades where Eugene Levy has played the exact same role. This one's called Remove the Stitches After 1001 Arabian Nights. What would be different about Aladdin's genie if he magically gave himself a genioplasty? He would have a bigger chin, he would have firmer breasts, he would have a lifted butt, or he would have smaller ears. Players 1 and 2? Sorry to let you down. Why didn't you pick this? A genioplasty is a type of plastic surgery where the chin is augmented with an implant. Oh, I wish I had a genie.
Your wish is my command.
All I have is this lousy genie sound effect.
Your wish is my command.
I call this one Flab Roller. How might a professional bowler respond if someone were to ask him how he manages to stay in such wonderfully below average shape? Rolling balls down a 28-foot lane is great for the beer gut. Rolling balls down a 63-foot lane keeps my back fat firm. Rolling balls down a 104-foot lane really tones the jowls. Or, rolling balls down a 456-foot lane works my cankles. Player 1, watch the clock. Player 2, a regulation bowling lane is 63 feet long from the foul line to the pin deck. I consider bowling good exercise. I mean, sure, gravity and momentum do 90% of the work getting the ball down the lane, but that other 10%, that takes some real slight arm movement. That's all we got for round 1. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And remember, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. It's time. Here's one for you. A 3-day getaway to beautiful Valhalla. Suppose Dante returns after his travels in the Divine Comedy and starts posting pictures to Facebook. What is he most likely to write about his second destination? Here's me in heaven, here's me in purgatory, here's me in hell, or here's me in Toledo. Player 1, watch the time. Player 2? But no. Now pay attention. In the Divine Comedy, Dante's first stop is hell, and his third stop is heaven. And in between, his second stop is purgatory. It's funny to put pictures of purgatory on Facebook because endlessly scrolling through a Facebook feed full of vacation pics is actually what they make you do in purgatory.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
May I introduce... Hey, wig spender. Hold on, I'm just going over my credit card bill. Who the hell spent $400 at the wig shop?
I did, Dunny.
Billy O'Brien?
No, Daddy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy.
Daddy.
Betty, how could you spend so much on wigs?
I'm trying to get my hair just right. I want to resemble Audrey Hepburn. Oh, speaking of which, what hairstyle must I get in order to look like Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's? A bouffant, a tage joy, a turn, or an updo?
Players 1 and 2?
Audrey Hepburn famously had an updo in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Well, Betty, I must say the pixie cut looks very good on you.
Oh, thank you. Why don't we go back to my place and mess around?
Billy, Betty, is your hair... Is that moss?
Yes, it is.
That explains the smell.
Pretty alluring, is it not?
Follow me down to the sea.
Let's try Gone with the Vin. Let's say all Vin Diesel movies can be put into two categories. Ones where his acting relies on grunting, or ones where his acting relies on sneering. What kind of chart should I use to find the movies where he both sneers and grunts? A Vin Diesel Venn diagram, a Vin Diesel Venn diagram, a Vin Diesel Venn diagram, or a Vin Diesel Van diagram? Player 1, not much time left. Players 1 and 2. Venn diagrams, spelled V-E-N-N, feature circles that contain a set of data. In this case, where the circles overlap in the middle is where you'll find those awesome movies that have both grunting and sneering. And if there's one thing a Vin Diesel fan loves, it's using charts to analyze complicated data. Woohoo! Next, reduce, reuse, reheat. It seems like a lot of factories are going green these days. I don't like it. If there aren't plumes of smoke coming out of factory chimneys, then what are street urchins gonna choke on? Anyway, it got me wondering. If the Cheesecake Factory went completely green, what would be the only sauce they'd offer? Hollandaise sauce, chimichurri sauce, mole sauce, or bechamel sauce? Player 1. Made from parsley, the Argentinian sauce chimichurri has a bright green tint. And I like a lot of sauce on my cheesecake. Saucy cheesecake. Player 2. No, mole is not your friend. But moles will be with this. T-shirts of a mole holding an American flag, just like the one you won from the Alliance of Mole People for a Better America. Blindly follow us to a better tomorrow. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet. Next up, kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Known to reach over 20 feet tall. Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Players 1 and 2. Ready for this? The planet Uranus is way over 20 feet tall. I mean, it's at least 30 feet tall. Probably more. I don't know. I'd have to see it up close. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And most importantly, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Let's get Randy. Who's your Randy fella? Good luck. 2 has it! Player 2, you rocked, but let's not be a poor winner. I want you to take hold of Player 1 by the shoulders, wipe away those tears, and say to them in a loud, clear voice,
You don't know Jack!